much money and chasing your dreams. Easy be turn to place everything. Marriage and relationships are not about rings. Trying to raise a family is so insane. He tries to keep politics off the brain, but sending in the questions he might just scream. Business and entrepreneurship is his thing. There is society, then there is reality.
That's my dad. That's my dad.
Welcome. I am BBT, and you can ask me anything. How y'all doing today? It is Friday afternoon, Friday evening, basically. And I'm a little tired. I took a pretty intense yoga class today. Once I jump off here, I'm going to the gym. I got to get my flexibility in, got to get my yoga in, but I also got to get the weights in. So I'm heading to do that soon. Probably going to take my son with me, but I don't know. We've been beefing a little bit lately, so I'm not sure if he's going to want to go, but I'll ask him once he gets home from school. But really quick, I just wanted to talk to you for a second. I wanted to share a couple of posts that I have made back in the day, and then I want to play a little clip from a video that I watched about Dame Dash. So let's jump right into it, and I'll tell you why the clip is so relevant to me at this moment. But anyway, let's go to BBT's Revolutionary Moments. So first one is 8 years ago today, I said, do people even know and understand what they're voting for? Politicians strive off uneducated folks that do and don't vote. I love the push to just vote, but I would urge we all get educated first. So definitely, I think that for too long, I remember when I first voted, I went into the booth. I didn't know anything other than the presidential candidate. And when I went in there, the people just said, vote for this. I did it. I felt happy. I got my just voted sticker and I kept it moving. I didn't know any of the policies. I didn't know anything. I was just happy to be voting and I was doing what I was told. And then, I haven't done that since. At the end of the day, I got to know a little bit about who is who and what's what. But for the most part, I try to avoid the politics as much as possible. But I also understand I have a family, I have kids, so I have to be in tune with what's what. So I think that we just have to do our research and see what's in it for me, what's in it for my people, and what's best. Now, we need to stop voting with our emotions and vote with logic and facts. So next revolutionary moment by BBT. Let's see, 6 years ago, I said, I still got my check and my old business card from 2006 when I was a senior financial risk analyst. I actually still have no wallet, my old wallet, but I still have it in there. I wrote a lot of things on the back of it. Half of them I can't even read now, but most came true and still I got work to do. It's been over 10 years, so that's 16 years, and I still got that business card in my wallets. Visualization works. I truly believe that. I think oftentimes I meet people and I've heard comments like, I want what you got, BT. I see you traveling all the time. I see you got your family. I see you doing this. And oftentimes I'm like, yeah, go and do it. But I think what they don't realize is that that plan was put in motion many years ago. I saw it, I visualized it, and then I worked through it. I was patient for it to happen. And I think that oftentimes people see and they think it's easy because you make it look easy. But the reality is they don't understand the work and the time and the commitment and the visualization that went into making it happen. So I just think that if you want something, you need to see it now. And it may take 3, 5, 10 years for it to happen, but you have to see it first. So next visionary moment from BBT. So I'm actually going to share this part. This is a long one. And I'm gonna read it. It's my show, so I'm gonna read it. So this was 4 years ago. So as a kid, I always knew I was different. When everyone told me to act like everyone else, I rebelled, questioned everything, and I did things my way. I was poor, but I knew I could do better and be more. I wanted everything, but I was raised not to do whatever to get it. I fell in love with the concept of delayed gratification. I learned the importance of patience, being consistent, being persistent, and always thankful no matter what. I have a plan for everything, and although I don't know exactly how I will get it, I know I will eventually get it. I've quit jobs when people thought I was crazy. I've hurt people I cared about the most. I've been hurt by people that I've cared about the most. I've lost more money than some people ever tried to make. I've taken risks strictly off my gut and faith. I've been backstabbed by those who stuck my neck out to help. I've been ridiculed and talked about because I do things unconventional in an effort to be happy, fulfilled, and honest about this life. I have been hated on by many, by any and everyone, just because I question everything and don't think I should have what they think I should have. But guess what? It's okay. Everything happened to help me understand how people really are. I'm stronger, more caring because of it. All of it was part of the journey for me to get where I am today. I don't hate no one, and I am a conversation away from trying to help anyone. I have no goals right now other than to appreciate and embrace living in the moment. I talked about this in the show where a few years ago I was minimalist G, minimalist BBT, and it was just like I don't need much. But obviously, like I said, I got a family, got responsibility. So anyway, let me keep going. I'm from the hood and grew up poorer than you think. Using credit to cope makes things worse. I built my life through zero handouts and rides no one coattail. I don't care about the opinion of others. I only care about what I see in the mirror. My family and the people I'm closest to will never suffer because I will come up with a plan to fix any issue. I sold a business where I had hundreds of employees. I did that and managed to have the same type of business ready to grow as large as the one. That's what I'm doing currently. I have a concept that can change the world. That's body, but I'm not ready. I'm still not ready. I own me and my time, and I won't sacrifice that for nothing. I don't need no interviews, no press, no Wikipedia page to validate me. I live in my truth. I live in my truth, and I will do my part to help people understand theirs. Well, this feeling may only last a day, but I can honestly say right now my life is perfect. Everything I ever wanted, I have, and I'm not motivated by money. I don't want fame. Material possessions bore me. I do love great service and I will pay for it. I don't need anyone's validation or acknowledgement. I just hope my story can inspire someone to go after everything they want in life, because everything you want in life is possible if you see it and you get uncomfortable to go and get it. I will continue to read my books, sip my tea, and work hard to improve daily. I may come across as a know-it-all because I've accepted that I will never know it all. That's me. 4 years ago, I said that. Yes, yes, yes. I am a visionary. BBT. One more. This one says, wait, why are y'all mad at black men? Arguably the biggest injustice to black men in our lifetime is mass incarceration, and Biden was on the forefront of that. And although he apologized, he still selected the VP that was on the forefront of that. And still to this day, no plan has been laid out to correct the mistake. Has a plan been laid out? Well, I guess they did overturn the weed stuff, so maybe it has. But anyway, so instead of trying to crucify black men, you should applaud them for finally taking a stand for what's right. Once JB is in office, Joe Biden, he better make amends to his wrong. So I don't know. I don't keep up with it enough to really, really tell how well President Joe is doing. But from what I hear, I'm not sure if he is making those amends or not. But anyway, those are the visionary moments from BBT. So it's so crazy. I'm listening to this video, Diary of a CEO, and they're interviewing Dame Dash. And I'm not all the way through it, but I wanted to share this clip. One thing about Dame, he does come across a certain way to certain people because he's so confident. And a lot of people take that for arrogance. But as he's talking, I'm listening. I'm like, damn, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. But then because you don't constantly listen to things all the time, you get out of that thinking or that mind frame. And so recently I had a falling out with my son, nothing too major, but we had a disagreement. He didn't do some work in school, and I got really upset with him. And the thing about it is, this is his first full year in a public school. This is his first time having grades, because I don't believe in grades. But part of the reason that I'm not all the way a minimalist, because I did decide to have a family. I did decide to get married. I got so many people I love, so I can't go all the way in all the things I believe. I got to compromise. And one of the compromises we made was, let's get some structure for the kids. So my kids are in a public school setting, and I feel like they've adjusted really well. Like they went in, I think my daughter's probably like a 3.7 or 8, and my son's about 3.1, 3.2. And they, they're doing well by those standards. But I'm listening to Dame and I'm realizing like I don't believe in the current educational system. So why not only am I putting them in it, but now I'm getting mad when they're not doing everything that they're supposed to do. Now there's a catch 22. I believe while you're in it, you do your best, you excel, but still, I got some search to do, some conversation to have with my wife because if it was up to me, I would love to take a year or two and go abroad and let the kids study in a different country. Like that's the type of education I would like to see them have because I'm not a big fan of the structure as it currently is, and Dame is going to go into a little bit and then I'm going to add my commentary. So let me play this. Okay, that's going. And then I am going to play this.
One of the things they don't teach us when we're young is about money, especially if you don't come from it and you haven't got a.
And that's a business. Holding money is a business within itself.
Mm.
They don't teach you how to pay taxes.
Yeah.
They don't teach you about capital gains.
Yeah.
They don't teach you about trust funds. None of that shit. They don't teach you how to have money because they don't expect you to get none. Why isn't there a class on how to have money?
How to invest it, how to pay your taxes. Yeah, I mean, I destroyed, by 18 years old, we have this thing called a credit score out here. I think you have the same sort of thing in the US.
I don't have a credit score.
I destroyed mine very early. And then I got these 2 CCJs, which is a county court judgment, which sits on your credit score for 6 years when I was 18, because I was shoplifting pizzas. My parents weren't speaking to me. I was trying to start these businesses.
How do you shoplift a pizza?
You just walk in, you get your bag, just as smart as you can, so they don't look, you're still black, so they're still going to look at you walking in the shop, but you're just as smart as you can, go around the back, put it in the bag, walk out. That's what I was doing. I just didn't have any money. But I destroyed my financial credit before I knew what it was.
But it didn't bother you because you still did what you had to do.
I was convinced I was going to make millions anyway.
So in the street, there is no credit. There's no contracts. Your word is your contract. Your honor is, and if you come from that, like that's the way I was introduced to life, was the honor, not the contract, not the paper, but the heart and the soul, and that's another reason why I was like, I can't be a businessman because it means my honor game is out the window.
How did you learn those lessons of business? You start Rockefeller.
So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I think I missed the part, but I think you kind of get the gist of this. Really check out that interview, the full one. Dame Dash, the man that discovered and built Jay-Z and Kanye West. I'm not sure I agree with that title. But anyway, it's on The Diary of a CEO. I actually don't like that title, that discovered in all caps and built Jay-Z and Kanye West. Interesting. But anyway, Dame said he dropped a lot of gems on the interview. He was just talking about education and just that short snippet. If you think about it, why don't they teach us the things that we need to know the most? I mean, I want to hear an argument. I have said that for years. I said that when I was a kid. I said that when I was in elementary school. Why are we learning this? Why are we learning this all the way up through high school and college? But we still do it. And I truly believe that the educational system across the board is built to create consumers, people that follow the rules, follow a system. But then you start to look at the people that own the businesses that's doing amazing things. They don't really follow those constructs. So for us, our kids were in Montessori for a while. That got a little stale because I feel like the Montessori concept got a little outdated. Everybody got into it because I guess everybody wanted to put their kids in something different. So everybody has a Montessori school now. And I think a lot of it got dumbed down. So towards the end of the journey with my kids, it wasn't conducive. So that's why we started to put them into a public school setting. But with my son being in middle school and pretty soon gonna be high school, we got to figure out what's next. And I'm not a fan of what's what. And obviously I'm going to do my part and do things to try to put them in a position to have success later. But obviously I need help. And that comes from the schooling and the educational system. So anyway, I would love to hear some ideas or things that you all are doing for your kids. Obviously, we've considered homeschooling, but me and my wife can't commit to that. It's just too much. Our kids, yeah, we can't commit to that. But anyway, I would love to hear some schools, some ideas. Like I said, my idea, I would love to go abroad for a year or two and just let them learn in a different country because I think that's where it's at. So that's all I wanted to share today. Definitely, once again, check out that Dame Dash interview. Once again, you just got to listen to Dame. Dame is a very smart person. I think, obviously, I don't agree with everything he says. He has some issues, but from my perspective, I'm not saying Dame got issues. Not saying that. I'm saying from my perspective, certain things I hear and I don't necessarily agree with, but a lot of what he does say, I do agree with. So, and I think that I'm very, very similar to Dame. I've been a rebel since I've been a kid. I remember being in elementary, probably preschool, and just like challenging, like, why? And then I'm the type of person, once I figure out I can't be there, or I'm not in a position to be at that time, I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna excel in it. But at the end of the day, I still don't believe in it, and I don't believe in how things have been for a while. And as you see all the craziness and drama that's going on in the world today, we need more free thinkers. We need more people to think outside the box. And oftentimes, the current system doesn't allow for that. And I think that as I explore what next, and I truly believe the universe and God's going to point me and my kids in the right direction. As I look for what's next, it has to be something that's allowing my kids to use their brain and letting them think outside the box to create and build and ultimately try to create a better world. So I think that's it for me. Hope y'all have a good day. I am gone.